Welcome to Seeds of Thought. Today I want to discuss the power of momentum. There's a moment in every comeback story right before the world notices when something shifts. No applause, no big event, just a quiet spark that says, "I'm done staying stuck." That's the moment when average dies and momentum begins. But here's the truth. Most people never get there. Not because they lack talent, not because they lack opportunity, but because they quit right before the compound effect starts to kick in. Today, I'm going to show you how to reach that hidden point. The invisible line where small effort turns into unstoppable power. Because once you understand momentum, you'll never see discipline the same way again. So let's break this down into sections to get a better understanding. Section 1, the science of momentum. Momentum is like physics. It resists you at first, then it obeys you completely. When you start anything new, a business, a workout, a new mindset, it's like pushing a massive boulder uphill. It doesn't move. It mocks you. And every push feels pointless. But the moment you break that first inch, everything changes. The same energy that once resisted you now works for you. Every push gets easier. Every move compounds. And soon the boulder is rolling on its own, powered by the momentum you created. That's how success really works. You struggle, you sweat, you see nothing. Then one day, everything starts accelerating. The problem? Most people stop pushing 1 inch too early. Section 2, the resistance zone. There's a zone in every journey where effort is high and reward is low. That's the resistance zone, the place where dreams die. You'll recognize it by how it feels. You're doing everything right, but nothing's changing. You're tired of trying. You start questioning if it's even worth it. This is where 95% of people quit, because the results are still invisible. But the truth is, the resistance zone isn't punishment, it's preparation. It's the body, mind, and spirit adjusting to the new frequency you're building. If you can survive that silence, and if you can keep showing up, the compound effect starts to reward you exponentially. Section 3, the compound curve. Think of success like a curve on a graph. At first, it's flat. Painfully flat. Then slowly it starts to bend upward. Then suddenly, boom, it takes off like a rocket. The beginning feels like you're wasting time, but what's really happening is compound interest on your discipline. Every action you take is a deposit, and the longer you stay in the game, the more that interest explodes. That's why winners don't chase intensity. They chase consistency, because consistency is the bridge between invisible progress and undeniable success. Section 4. The math of breakthrough. Let's break it down with a simple truth. Small, smart choices plus consistency plus time, radical difference. The problem is, most people only focus on the first part, the choices. They start strong, then stop before the other two. Consistency and time can work their magic. But here's what nobody tells you. The results you crave are delayed. They arrive after you've proven you can be trusted with them. That's the test. The universe doesn't reward effort, it rewards endurance. Section 5. When nothing seems to work. Everyone who ever built something great had a season where it looked like nothing was working. They were planting seeds in silence. They were showing up when no one noticed. They were compounding while the world was distracted. Success doesn't announce itself. It sneaks up on everyone who stayed long enough to deserve it. If you're in the dark right now, it's not punishment. It's the hidden part of the process. And one day, all that quiet work will explode into results that make people say, "You came out of nowhere." But you didn't come out of nowhere. You came out of consistency. Section 6. Momentum is built, not found. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Momentum isn't motivation. It's repetition. Motivation fades. Momentum compounds. Every time you show up, even when you don't feel like it, you're stacking invisible bricks. And one day, you'll hit a wall that doesn't break you. It breaks open. That's when you realize the compound effect isn't about hard work. It's about quiet persistence in a world addicted to noise. Section 7. The power of one more day. Most people fail because they underestimate the power of one more day. One more day of effort. One more day of belief. One more day of showing up. It's always one more day that creates the breakthrough. You don't see the compound effect until you're deep into repetition and long after most have stopped. But when it kicks in, it feels unfair. Because while others were chasing shortcuts, you were building systems, and systems win long after feelings fade. Section 8. How to stay consistent when you're tired. If you want to master the compound effect, here's the rule. Shrink the resistance, don't stop the routine. When you don't feel like working out, do 10 minutes instead of an hour. When you don't feel like writing, write 1 paragraph. When you don't feel like saving, move $1. Because once you start, you rebuild momentum. The key isn't perfection, it's persistence. Every small action keeps the flywheel spinning, and the longer it spins, the harder it is to stop. Section 9. The momentum loop. Let's simplify it. Action creates progress. Progress fuels confidence. Confidence drives more action. That's the momentum loop. But if you stop, it reverses. Inaction creates doubt. Doubt kills confidence. Lack of confidence kills action. The longer you stay inactive, the harder it gets to start again. That's why you must break the loop fast. Even a tiny move restarts your engine. Section 10. The takeoff point. There's a moment, quiet, invisible, when you realize the habits that once felt heavy now feel natural. The work that drained you now defines you. That's the takeoff point. It's when the compound effect becomes your lifestyle. And once you reach that stage, there's no going back. You've become someone who doesn't chase success. You attract it through who you've become. So here's the moment. Everything changes. Most people never see the compound effect work because they stop before the magic happens. They want miracles, not momentum. But miracles are just momentum multiplied. The day you stop chasing instant results and start chasing consistency is the day everything changes. You don't need to move mountains today. You just need to keep pushing your boulder 1 inch forward. Because momentum doesn't announce itself. It rewards the quiet ones who refuse to quit. If this message hit you, subscribe and share it with someone who's ready to stop starting over. Remember, you're not behind. You're just in the invisible stage of success. Keep pushing. Your momentum is already building.